Espanyol get the point that they needed in the RCDE Stadium against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid really needed all 3 points if they were to keep on dreaming of maybe squeezing themselves back into the title race. Puado was given a commemorative shirt at the start of the game, having played 200 matches for the home side, and it would be Puado who got the all-important equaliser in the second half. There weren't too many chances in the first half. Atletico Madrid did have the ball in the back of the net, but it was ruled out for offside. Llorente's give and go really between him and Griezmann linking up, but Griezmann was in an offside position. Short corner taken for Atletico Madrid. Comes out to Conor Gallagher. And a brilliant save from Joan Garcia on the line. It might not have counted again. The flag was up on the far side. So Atletico Madrid with the early chances, but no real need for Joan Garcia to produce any of the wonder saves that he's been producing so far this season. Down at the other end, Espanyol started to create a little bit more in an attacking sense, and this is Paul Lozano who puts the ball into the area. Cabrera sends his header over the top. Espanyol coming into this game not having been beaten at home since October. Hadn't been behind in a game since October at home. They fell behind in this game, and it was some goal that put them behind, as we'll see shortly. Yellow card here for Kumbula's foul on Lino, and Lino did need treatment. The applause in the memory of Dani Jarque on minute 21, as always in the RCD Stadium. Free kick opportunity here. Griezmann sends his shot straight into the wall. Paul Lozano again involved in the build-up. The ball comes out to Jofre. And it's Omar El Hilali who puts it into the area. There's a clash of heads here. Robin Lenormand comes off worse and has to go off. It's a clash between Robin Lenormand and Roberto Fernandez. And Lenormand, happy to say, walked off the pitch, wasn't carried off, but clearly not taking any chances with his health. He has had, he suffered a head injury earlier in the season and missed 6 weeks of football. And there was blood coming from the wound, so no way he could continue. And Jose Jimenez came on fresh from, or maybe not so fresh, from international duty with Uruguay. I'm sure that Diego Simeone would have preferred not to have had to call on him, certainly not so early in the game. Good play from Atletico Madrid here. Comes out to Lino. Back to Griezmann. Llorente with the shot and then with the cross, which is blocked and goes out for a corner. More attacking threat from Atletico Madrid. Llorente down the right, exchanging passes with Griezmann. He clips this one in towards Serlot. And what about that for a finish? It's Cesar Azpilicueta. It was his first goal for 3 years. You have to go back to April 2022 when he was still at Chelsea. It was also his first goal ever in LaLiga. He's played most of his football, of course, in other leagues, but he did spend 3 years at Osasuna before he moved away. He didn't score for them, and he hadn't scored since joining Atletico Madrid. 133 La Liga games, but boy, what a way to end that particular drought and to get off the mark. And that set Atletico Madrid on their way. The all-important first goal, and there was a swagger about their football thereafter. and they could easily have extended the lead. Gallagher with this shot that goes just wide. Lino's effort is blocked and it comes back out to the England midfielder. Llorente on the charge down the right. Griezmann with the shot, it takes a deflection and into the hands of Jan Garcia. Joffre getting away from Lino. Bundled over there maybe by Lino. The Espanyol fans weren't happy that the appeals for a penalty were waved away. The pushing and shoving from both players, those aren't often given, even though Manolo can't believe it. This was a rare opportunity for Serlot, wide of the far post. Long ball over the top, he ran onto it nicely. Tried to get away from Cabrera. Made the angle too difficult for him. Still on 11 goals, Serlot, and almost, well, it seems that over half of those have come from him coming off the bench. This time it was Julian Alvarez who was to come off the bench in the second half, replacing Serlot. But it was a real battle all afternoon between Kumbula and the Norwegian striker who scored twice while on international duty. Better spell this from Espanyol. Images from the second half. Vélez is on, and Alejo Vélez very nearly got the equaliser there. Decided to try and bring the ball down, and that gave Llorente the opportunity to make the clearance. Stuck on just one goal. Vélez. High and wide the shot from Edu Exposito. Another of the second half changes from Manolo. The Espanyol fans in good voice as their team looked for the equaliser. Free kick given here against Jose Jimenez, who was booked in this game, which will mean he will not play against Sevilla next weekend. A difficult away game, another difficult away game, and if they're going to be without Lenormand as well, that will be problematic. Here's the penalty decision. Cabrera goes down, his shirt clearly pulled by Longley. Referee had a very good view of it. No need for any video assisted referee intervention, and costly the mistake from Longley. Prado has a 100% record from the penalty spot. That continued. Absolutely unstoppable spot kick. No goalkeeper's going to keep that out into the roof of the net from the captain. 9 goals now this season from Prado, and that is another step towards safety for Espanyol. That equaliser. Diano Black going the right way, but it was high into the roof of the net. So we then waited to see if there would be another twist in the tail late on. Both sides went for the winning goal. They needed to, especially Atletico Madrid, but they weren't able to find it. Julian Alvarez on the pitch to help them do it. Serlot had been taken off. But this tame effort from Antoine Griezmann, who now has only scored 1 in 10. Was about the best they could muster in terms of clear-cut chances. Calero came on to marshal Julian Alvarez, replacing Urco. They had such a good January, Espanyol, bringing in Urco from Real Sociedad, bringing in Roberto Fernandes from Braga, both on loan. They've made very important contributions, and they really do look like a side who are going to stay up. There's still 9 games to go, of course, but they've given themselves a real chance. Barrios plays this one forward, but it's won back by Kumbula. He continues his run forward. And the Espanyol goal really did knock the stuffing out of Atletico Madrid. They didn't have too much after conceding. Not in the way of clear-cut chances. De Paul had come on at the break. This is his ball into Julian Alvarez, and Julian Alvarez shooting into the side netting. Simeone desperately urging his players to go right to the wire. Pardo left the pitch to a standing ovation inside the RCD stadium. They will hope that he stays beyond the end of the season. His goals got them promoted. Prolific in the playoff period, in the 3 playoff matches, well, 4 playoff matches. And he's taken that into the new season. A late challenge from Jimenez. This is the yellow, which rules him out of next week's game against Sevilla. Late challenge on Exposito. Whistles from the home supporters. Just want the game to come to an end. Atletico Madrid with one last opportunity. Llorente with the cross to the back post. Griezmann rising. And Jan Garcia takes that one comfortably. Possibility that Griezmann was in an offside position anyway. As you can see here, looks like he's the wrong side of the last defender, so it wouldn't have counted. But as it was, Jan Garcia made the stop. And so the final score in the RCD stadium, it finished Espanyol 1, Atletico Madrid 1.